Hi, warrior, it's Traviseen here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Gnome Warlock.
Greetings.
Today, we are back in Hellfire Peninsula, guys. Last episode, we cleared the Underbog.
You found the body of a young Draenei paladin. He appears to have been slain by a bloater's bat. With Sedai's death confirmed, you're left with the unpleasant task of returning to Obadei with the grim news.
We got a little block chance. There we go, we got rid of it. It was right over here where my mouse is scrolling. When I use, the thing is about Narcissus, this add-on, yeah, it shows, like, it's pretty cool that it shows this. But if I hover over anything, it doesn't leave my screen, so I have to reload whenever that happens.
Light be with you, adventurer. Sedai, dear brother, those cowardly orcs. He was unarmed, how could they? Leave me be, adventurer. I thank you for your assistance, but I wish to be alone with my thoughts now.
Alright, so we're gonna head down here. I'm gonna turn in this quest. And maybe we'll do this Ravager quest as well. But we will be making our way to Zangarmarsh today. I think we've been in Hellfire Peninsula long enough, guys. Kind of want to move on to another zone. And yeah, the reputation requirements for PvP gear supposedly went down. Supposedly you had to be revered to get faction PvP gear, but supposedly now you can get it if you're just honored. This would be an example of a piece. 49 stam, 14 intellect, 14 resilience, and 29 spell power chest piece. It's not too bad, but we actually have more spell power and more intellect on this Shadowcast tunic, which is a little interesting. But it's pretty much just a nice little PvP. You can get like a decent little PvP set there for PvP if you want like a cheap little set so you don't get completely wrecked or one-shotted. Gives you a lot of resilience. 14 resil is just not bad.
I bid you welcome, adventurer. Well done, adventurer. These blood samples will prove helpful in my research and in the expedition's wider studies of Outland's creatures. If I could isolate what causes these creatures to change continuously, perhaps I could concoct an antidote. I think there's something we can use in the blood.
Why's he attacking Bagnon? So I have to use an antidote here. There we go. And then I also want to get a soul shard so we can get a Felguard out.
Don't look at me like I've lost my mind. It's a common theme in nature. Often, the cure for something can be derived from the toxin itself. That's just what I aim to do. Ridding the boars of their demonic influence would probably eliminate their aggression and give us insight into how to best attempt to help other species.
The Warlock was looking at my pet there. He's targeting Bagnon for a second. I was wondering if she's gonna go kill him.
How could that happen? I'm certain I prepared the antidote correctly. I've seen it work with spider and snake venoms. So why would it backfire here? Perhaps that's one of Outland's many peculiarities.
Alright, so he took a staff. Not too sure if it's an upgrade. No, it's not. That's 33 stam, 23 intellect, 30 spell damage, and 22 crit. We have the same amount of spell damage on this dagger that we got. More intellect on the staff, though.
This information belong to my comrades.
Alright, so we'll take down these Ravagers. And then after this quest, we'll make our way to Zangarmarsh. Yeah, and the Stop Killing Games initiative is, it's got some big news. June 16th, the European Commission will issue their formal response to the Stop Killing Games initiative. So, we'll see what they say. Hopefully, they side with the movement. What the movement does is it's a decentralized global initiative demanding legal consumer protections against the intentional destruction of video games. So it puts a little bit more responsibility on the developers of games to ensure that people can still play the games that they purchased even after the developer is kind of finished supporting the game that they created. And they can do that by either providing the source code to somebody where they can, you know, make their own server or provide the game somehow, some way, or they have like an end of life version of the game that they keep up, but it could be offline or something like that. And could you imagine like Classic WoW went down? And, you know, they just don't allow anyone to have like to make private servers, and nobody can just play Classic ever, even though a bunch of people supported the game for many years and also, you know, purchased the game as well. So I'm interested to see what the outcome of that is. And the response will determine if the EU will move forward with binding rules under the Digital Fairness Act. Supposedly it's moving to Japan as well. They're trying to get it going in Japan. And then maybe one day it'll be worldwide. It's not in North America yet. And the raid numbers went down. Not too sure if I mentioned this, but they supposedly went down by 5,500 raiders in North America and Europe. Took a little break from raiding, I guess, in TBC for a week. It's not a drastic drop. It was at like 330,000. And it dropped to like 325,000. It was 330,608 and 325,055 last week. So, see if the numbers keep going down. I think that we might see a spike up when Phase 2 comes out. Should be, you know, more people buying boosts because they're 50% off, 33 to 50% off. And there should be, you know, more people entering into the raiding scene. Like when my Warlock gets there, and if I'm raiding on my Paladin and Warlock, I think that would be considered as like 2 players. And really I'm just 1, so it's probably less people playing than that, you know, they're just playing alts, but still a decent amount of people. There's probably more alts this time around. It's a lot more alt-friendly than the last time TBC was out, and it's also a much more alt-friendly game than, I would say, vanilla. Because they don't sell boosts in vanilla, right? Like, there was no level 48 boost during Vanilla Anniversary. Yeah, people are probably just sick of doing Kil'jaeden and Gruul's Lair every week. Not me, though. I've been enjoying it. And it's because I took my time, right? I didn't really rush to 60. I mean, 70. I just took my time, got there. We're doing all right on loot. Like, we have some pretty decent loot on the Paladin. It's not, like, full BIS, but we have some BIS pieces. We're getting there. Let's heal him up here a little bit. And I wonder if the numbers will spike when Phase 2 launches. We'll see. Let's see if it gets over like 350,000 raiders in Europe and North America. We got so many shards. It forms like ridiculous amount of soul shards. And maybe people are just not raiding as much too because of the 60% arena discount that just came into effect. You can get Season 1 gear now, like 60% off. The arena points, I believe it's called. And then honor gear is cheaper as well. A lot of people are accumulating honor. I have a little bit on my Paladin. You can accumulate honor for Phase 2. And then once Phase 2 comes out, you can get all of your, Season 1 stuff that way. Because it'll all cost honor. It's a pretty nice weapon that I hope I can get on my Paladin when the Season 1 gear gets turned into an honor piece. Yeah, people could just be PvPing instead of raiding. Especially if they already have, most of their PvE stuff. They don't really need anymore. Alright, so we finished that quest. We'll go turn that in. And then we'll make our way to Zangarmarsh. Just a new change of scenery. would be nice. I know there's a lot of quests still to do here, but it's probably time to move on. We're almost level 64.
It is sad to see what has happened to this land. The Cenarian expedition will do what it can to understand and heal the damage that has been done. With the Ravagers cleared, travelers to and from the Cenarian refuge in Zangarmarsh should have an easier time of it. The Cenarian expedition is indebted to you.
Get rid of a few shards. I guess we could try to get into a Mana Tombs. Just queue up for it, why not? We are the entry level for it, so we're pretty low level compared to most, but it would be nice to get in there, complete some quests, some pretty nice loot in Mana Tombs as well. Oh, look at all the warlocks here. Everyone's playing a warlock on the horde side.
Greetings, adventurer. It is good you've decided to visit us. Welcome to Cenarian Refuge, adventurer. I hope you've come to aid us in our mission. We've much work ahead of us. We came to Outland expecting to find small pockets of life. What we discovered in Zangarmarsh was a lush environment with a thriving ecosystem. Our initial assessment of the area was deceiving, however. The water levels at the lakes and marshes have consistently been going down since we started taking measurements. The impact this could have on the local animal and plant life is disastrous. Go to Umberfen Lake, southwest of here, and look for clues related to this water depletion. Before you leave Cenarian Refuge, make sure you speak with Warden Hamut. He's in charge of the expedition's security. He would never forgive me if I didn't send a seasoned adventurer like you his way.
You've earned the trust of the Cenarian expedition, adventurer. It is time you spoke to the ancients allied with our cause, Ashen and Keleth, and asked for their blessing. Carrying the mark of an ancient will fill you with great power. These boons will become more powerful as your renown among us increases. Go, adventurer, and ask the ancients for their blessing.
The lakes of Zangarmarsh are slowly being drained of their water. We don't quite know why, but we do know that many plant species are in danger of becoming extinct. As the expedition's cataloger, it is my job to track and identify these plants so we can better understand what's happening to them. If you'd like to help bring me unidentified plant parts, they can be picked right from the ground if you're an herbalist, and the indigenous creatures of the swamp may also carry plant parts on them.
The Naga are terrible, yes, but even more terrible are the traitor tribes of broken and lost ones that helped them. The worst of all are the lost ones of the Umberfen tribe. They use dark magic to trap and enslave others. They're especially cruel to escaped slaves and would slit my throat if I left the refuge even for a day. Travel to Umberfen village south of here and kill them and their leader, Kataru. Until then, I will fear for my life every single day.
Israel sent you. Of course I can use someone like you. We're always in need of a little muscle. While the druids from the expedition have made themselves busy studying plants and researching the lakes, I've made it my business to deal with the hostiles in the area. Ever since we set foot in Zangarmarsh, the Naga have launched lethal attacks against us without warning. We've done our best to keep them at bay, but our resources are limited. I want you to go to the various Naga strongholds in Zangarmarsh and show them that we're not to be crossed. Bring me their claws as proof of your victories.
We haven't heard from the druids of the Cenarian thicket of Tarakar forest in quite some time. Adventurer, I'd like for you to go down there and check in with them to see what's happening. There are several ways to get there, but the fastest is head south along the path, and then take the road that branches east from Shatrath City once you're in the forest. There's important research to be conducted into the ecology of the local creatures. especially the sporlings and bog lords of the marsh. And trust me, once you get out into the field, you'll find the work to be challenging. Seek out, watch early sow. At the Cenarian watch post in the western region of the marsh toward the south, follow the path west, and you will eventually find her. She can be a bit studious, but don't let that get to you. Oh, and watch out for her cat. Have you observed your surroundings closely, adventurer? This is an alien landscape struggling to keep itself in balance and losing the fight. If you know where to look, you can see the symptoms. Members of some species rapidly outgrow their peers and become more aggressive. A good example of this uncontrolled growth is the marsh trekker boglash. If you wish to see it for yourself, look no further than the waterways south of the refuge. Be prepared to defend yourself. The creature knows no mercy.
All right, well, we went to look for Boglash, and we found that he was dead. Paladins are awesome, man. The mount speed you get from Crusade Aura. So now we're just dealing with the Umbrafen tribe. We'll do a little bit of questing here in Zangarmarsh, maybe just an episode. And then next episode we'll head down to Terakar Forest. I'll start questing there. I remember when I was here on my Paladin, I got ganked quite a bit by the horde. I got ganked so much, I just snapped and just started attacking every horde I seen. Seems pretty chill here now, though. We've seen a lot of horde at the Cenarian Enclave or refuge over here. There's the witch doctor there. I'm gonna have to watch out here. No healing wave, no! The mage there. Seems pretty chill. But he is killing our tribe members. Should we fight him? Need to make sure we get the witch doctors. The witch doctors are the toughest ones to deal with. It's not targeting me. Seems pretty chill. For now. Yeah, he's a chill player. And they patrol around these witch doctors. And there isn't many of them, so kind of a pain to kill all of them. But if you head up here, there's quite a few. We will make our way down. Actually have to take down Kataru anyways. And we're seeing a lot of Season of Discovery, I don't know, movements going on. I'm interested to see how that goes. It's like a couple of content creators out there starting just community. What's this mean? MT? Manitombs? Yeah. Nice. But yeah, they're starting these community events where you like go through Season of Discovery at like a fast pace, I guess you could say. There is like an XP buff in this Season of Discovery era server. You can buy the ruins now. You don't actually have to go out and earn them. Which is alright. Oh, we got a little group here, guys. For Manitombs. They just need a tank. It's probably going to be the case for this Warlock. What's this mage doing? Is he making his way up here? As long as we get the witch doctors. There's one, nice. There's like two up here. Seen him come up here though. Gonna shrink me. Be nice if that mage could decurse my shrink. We're even smaller now as a gnome. Strength reduced by 18 and stamina reduced by 18. Our pet is actually smaller too. It's kind of funny. Supposedly the one tank in looking for group is AFK. Yeah, it's tough. There is a tank shortage, and I understand why. After playing my tank for the last few months. Just it's a front-loaded roll. You really have to know the pulls in the dungeons and stuff. But once you get the pulls down, it becomes easier. And people aren't as forgiving about mistakes. If you make mistakes, some people are forgiving. Most, like, I'd say probably 75%. But there's people who just get, like, extremely upset if things don't work out. I couldn't imagine playing, like, a warrior tank. Even a druid tank could be a little bit annoying. People just tee off right away when you pull. So if you have threat issues, it's a bit of a pain. Even on a paladin, I was getting pulled off of quite a bit because you just don't have the spell power early on to generate enough threat. But it's getting better. We're starting to get more spell power on our gear, and should be able to hold threat now. Okay, how many oracles? So we're good with the oracles, we're good with the witch doctors, we killed Kataru. We just need seers. We got some Nexus Strider, leg wraps of the gorilla, male pants, 27 strength, 27 intellect. Probably just vendor those. We need a lot of gold, guys. We have just enough for mount right now. Need around Another 2k gold for my tank to get his resist set for the first boss in SSC. This guy here, Hydros. Hydros the Unstable. You need a little bit of nature resist and a little bit of frost resist. Guys, like, I wish I was a class that could tank when needed. That's tough. You just gotta get through it. You'll slowly get into groups. I think as a warlock, it'll be a little bit easier for us, though, because on my paladin, I'm always looking to try to get a warlock in the group, just because of how much damage they do and the utility they bring to dungeons. You play like a class that isn't, I guess, isn't as popular. Like a rogue, I guess, for example. Then you'll probably have to make your own groups and do the group making stuff. Somebody took this quest. It's too bad. I was looking for Escape from Umberfin. Maybe we'll see them on the road here. See where she is. Some mage doing mage things. Let's see if we can find Boglash. He's fighting a hunter. Kill this hunter, dude. I need Boglash. Boglash is mine. Let me get this. He's gonna be so mad, dude. I sniped Boglash from him. Hopefully we can kill him. Oh, he pulled two. We'll get him. Nice, we got Boglash. I just gotta deal with this one. That hunter got sniped right there. I wasn't waiting for another Boglash. And he killed my... Let's do this. He interrupted me.
Who dares summon me?
Yeah, who dare? This hunter's gonna come kill me. I think. He's rezzed. I'm just not sure where. It's my revenge on the hunters right there. I'd be so pissed if that was me. I'd have a vendetta against all warlocks after that. I'm probably gonna get ganked in town.
Druids protect me from the Naga and evil lost ones. In exchange, I teach them about the plants and
Yeah, we lost the
animals
rogue.
in the marsh. Thank you, adventurer. I will finally sleep comfortably at night. Were I not so old and weakened, I would deal with my own enemies. Take this gourd. It is not much, but your kindness cannot go unpaid. Soon after I escaped the Umberfin tribe, I holed up in a cave south of their village. Little did I know that the cave was being fought over by marsh beasts and spore men. I had to leave in a hurry and left behind a box containing my only worldly possessions. After managing to sneak out of Umberfin with my belongings, it was terrible irony that I would lose them so soon after. If you're willing to bring them back to me, I'll give you one of my very own personal items. What do you say, adventurer?
Now that you've seen the symptoms of imbalance with your own eyes, be mindful of them in your travels.
Alright, well, there we go. Completed those few quests there. This group completely got it annihilated. This the rogue. I think they jumped ship. Maybe. Went to a tank group. No. Level 70 trying to rip people through it. There's a really nice trinket for paladins in that dungeon. In Manitombs, I believe it's Manitombs, right? No, it's yeah, Sethic Halls, I believe. Yeah, the Librum of Eternal Rest. This Librum's really nice. I thought that was in Manitombs for a second, but I was mistaken. I haven't tried to farm it in a long time, but I'll probably farm it quite a bit for heroic. I'll probably do more heroic Sethic Halls when we get Lower City rep to Revered. It's the last Revere I need on the Paladin. Okay, so we need to get Naga Claws. I'm going to go visit this spot here first, though. What am I told this guy? There we go. Should I just do the Naga Claw quest? I guess so. Could make our way up here and get that flight point. That would be a decent thing to do today. I got this one a little while ago, so we already have that flight point. We'll probably head up here and get this flight point. Why not? The Naga Claw quest is up there as well. And I like Zangarmarsh. It's a chill zone. It has a real relaxed vibe to it. I guess it's because it's, you know, the color blue. It's more relaxed than the last zone we were in, Hellfire Peninsula. That zone kind of feels like a barren wasteland war zone. I don't know if I mentioned this, but Xbox is supposedly they're stopping work on Copilot. Probably mentioned it, but I think it's a good move by Xbox because what Copilot does, they're gonna add like an AI thing to Xbox, and you could ask it questions about games instead of, you know, looking up videos and guides on the internet. You can just ask Copilot. But it's kind of ridiculous because other AIs, you know, language models can do that as well. So why would you have, like, waste, you know, resources on Copilot, right? Because it would take up, you know, some RAM and all that stuff. It could affect latency, and there is like a small hardware cost to having Copilot running in the background while you're playing a game. So it isn't really necessary, right? You can just bring out your phone. That's usually beside people when they're gaming. And they can just be like, hey, AI, help me out with this. You know, you don't really need Copilot connected to Xbox. I think Microsoft's making some good decisions. They made Game Pass cheaper, but yeah, you don't get Call of Duty, like the new Call of Duties anymore. Which kind of sucks, but I don't think people want to pay $30 a month or more for like, you know, a gaming subscription. That's more than like most people spend on streaming websites, right? Like streaming videos and stuff, like Netflix, like the cheapest, unless you get like the expensive version with no ads. Maybe that is like a standard price for a subscription. It's like $30. I usually always pay for the ad stuff. I don't mind a few ads here and there. Because I know I'm not going to use the service enough for me to pay the extra amount just to avoid like ads. But you're seeing that a lot nowadays too. Even with the paid versions, right? Like you pay for Netflix, there's still ads. There's like a subscription now where you pay for a month, but you still get ads as well. I think Amazon Prime is like that as too. The Amazon Prime Video. There's ads on that. That better not come to gaming, man. Gamers would freak out. Could you imagine you're playing WoW and then like an ad comes up? Like Coca-Cola up here? I'd be like, what the heck is going on? Like some small ad just comes up on your UI. Oh my gosh. That would be terrible.
Where would you
Secrets
like
of
to
the
fly
Dagger
to?
I guess we could pick that
There
up.
are some who call me Tim, but to my friends, I am the specialist. Buds, buds. The marsh is full of them, and my companions here seem obsessed with them. Well, I've had it with the buds. Something far more intriguing has captured my interest.
Is there
To
any
the
like
west,
Naga quests?
there's a
or-
village of lost ones who call themselves the Daggerfen. The whole tribe consists of highly specialized assassins. I've noticed them mixing and using a particularly potent kind of poison. I'm dying to know more about the poison, but that's going to require a copy of the recipe and a sample vial.
The Kurenai and the Draenei don't always see eye to eye, particularly on the issue of the Lost Ones. We are content to help the Lost Ones who seek us out, but we won't pursue them. Some Draenei are intent on redeeming them all. However, there are times when even the Lost Ones go too far, such as the Daggerfen in their village to the west. They dabble in poisons and deceit, arts that come unnaturally to us. We must put an end to this before the vile Daggerfen can extend their influence.
That would be crazy. Like if I got a comment like 20 years from now or 10 years from now. And they're like, yeah, we get ads in WoW all the time now. I'd be like, oh my gosh, that sucks. I don't think that'll happen though. Gamers are pretty vocal on the internet. If they don't like something, they do boycott it, I think. It has to be pretty extreme, though. I think having ads pop up while you're playing a game would be something like people wouldn't tolerate. That's why I think the subscription to play games model, it just doesn't work, man. Like what Xbox is doing, like it's cool what they're doing. But I'm not too sure if it'll work out in the long run. Maybe it's profitable, I don't know. I assume it's not. Because they always need to find new ways of making money, and like how else are they going to make money, right? They're going to do the same thing that the video streaming services are doing, and they put ads up. It's pretty common with phone games. There's like games with like phone games that have ads while you're playing. The games are free, but you get flooded with ads every like 5 to 10 minutes. Let's say 5 to 10 minutes, but like every hour, maybe every 30 minutes. I'm not too sure. Usually don't play those games, but I've heard about them. But yeah, getting into, maybe we can get in this group. Still kind of low, though. How many people out here? Seen a warlock trying to get some shards out here. We're on layer 3 right now. Let's see how many people are. 7 layers still going. Pretty good. As long as it's higher than 3, that means that there's more than, you know, 3 full layers. Like, if it goes down to only 3, which it eventually did in vanilla, then there's like less than 3 layers of people in the game, but they got over 7 right now. TBC's doing pretty damn good. And this is like a slow period, like right before our new phase comes out. A lot of people are playing like different games, or they're taking a break. I believe we'll see Wrath of the Lich King next year. Probably gonna get it. Starting to hear a lot of rumors about Classic Plus being announced at BlizzCon. Still a long time, though. You got quite the wait until BlizzCon. You have to wait all the way till September, but should get some big news about that. during BlizzCon. It's a lot of rumors saying that it's going to be called Classic Infinite. And it's going to replace all of other classic versions. I think that's it there. I've heard it's a rumor though, right? None of this stuff is probably true. But if they got rid of all of the classic era servers, like the vanilla era server, the Mists of Pandaria server, and Anniversary, that'd be kind of rough. That's the rumors. They're gonna get rid of everything, and then everyone just plays Classic Infinite for Classic. I think that's I think that's just a rage bait. I wouldn't really enjoy that. I kind of enjoy the original trilogy quite a bit. I would play Classic Plus or Classic Infinite, whatever they call it. But do enjoy the original trilogy as well. Dream scenario is we have an era, I've said it a bunch of times, an era server for every game in the trilogy, and then all the TBC Wrath of Lich King. We have a SOD era server that I completely forgot about. Like, you can play SOD whenever you want, Season of Discovery, which is cool. I heard a rumor saying that they might turn this Anniversary into a Forever Wrath of Lich King server, which would be pretty cool as well. I wouldn't mind that. It would be awesome to have a DK with Shadowmourne, if that was the case. Try to get Shadowmourne on a DK. So that's usually who gets the first Shadowmourne, is the Blood DK tanked. Usually give it to that person. So if you are planning on playing a DK, or you're trying to get Shadowmourne in Wrath of Lich King, you should probably play a Blood DK and then find a guild and then tank with them until they take down the Lich King. Don't even really have to take down the Lich King to get Shadowmourne. You just have to do the ICC raid every week. Until you get enough. I forget what the item is. We need an item from the raid. And once you get enough of it, you can craft Shadowmourne. Two classes I have here are going to be pretty damn good in Wrath of Lich King too. Warlocks are amazing. Paladins are even better in Wrath. Like healing, they're like the best healer, best tank, and Ret's a pretty solid DPS class as well. And maybe they'll make the Mists of Pandaria server that currently, maybe that'll be an eternal, like forever, you know, Mists of Pandaria era server. That'd be pretty cool as well. That's an awesome expansion to stop at. Pull 2. Get him. Gonna blow up Chuggin if you don't. Just got kicked. Might be in trouble here. I think we're in a lot of trouble. Nice job, Juggin. Kick the... Run away, dude. You're a wrecked slave. I'm supposed to run when I kill the slave driver. This guy really doesn't like warlocks. We just need 11, 10 more. Might be one on this body over here. And I played a DK the last Wrath of Lich King. I just didn't really play any endgame. I mostly played a druid. Wow. Shouldn't have jumped into that. That almost killed me. Almost killed Juggin as well. Just got to level 80 and then I stopped because I was playing too much on my druid. Crystalism. Oh, wow. 5 people. Nice. And we layered to layer 1, which is why all those mobs spawned on top of us. It's a very dangerous thing to do in hardcore. If you're ever playing hardcore, make sure you... don't do that. If someone fights you to a group, don't join. Alright, we're getting, it's too bad, but it is what it is. Didn't get to finish the quest, but we're close. Only 6 more. Here we are. And we will swap to destruction, guys. See you later, Juggin. Oh, man. These guys might be boosties. It might be new boosties right here. Is there any quests in here that we need to pick up? I think they're in... Can't pick them up yet. Alright, guys. Well, that is going to be the end of today's episode. Next episode, we will be completing Mana Tombs. Hopefully, we get a little bit of loot. But, as always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.